Oh, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with our very first stream of Dice Masters at Four Horsemen Comics in Morgantown, West Virginia. So our first match here today is Melissa Turner, my wife, versus Alex Lumen. This is Truby Turner speaking, and I actually have my wife Melissa here with me. We're recording.
Melissa, my wife.
Yes, we're recording after the fact, so obviously, she can't record while she's playing, and I'm judging, so I wasn't able to record at the time.
I totally recorded this while I was playing.
But so this is our first match of the day. So we can see with Melissa's team, she's got two cards that are a little hard to see in this here. That's if the 6 dice didn't clue you in, that is the super rare multiple man, which has Swarm, and the other card is the Wasp that has the must block global. You pay mask and target character must block. And Alex's team, he's obviously going for a Lantern theme team. Alex here is a newer player, so he actually did not have a lot available to him. I tried to help him out a little bit beforehand with this build. And unfortunately, he just was missing a lot of pieces. He actually didn't even have Miriam, so I got that for him, which I think helps him. But, I think everything else on this team is common, with the exception of the rare St. Walker. So it's rough being new, not having all those cards at your disposal. But we should be getting underway here in a second. That's me popping over here again to let them know what's going on, that we're about to start.
It's a good view of my chest.
Yeah, you're wearing a Scarlet Witch shirt, and Alex there is wearing a Deadpool shirt. Both very appropriate.
That wasn't really what I was referring to, but sure. I don't normally see myself at this angle.
Looks like you're going to determine who's first.
Oh, okay. And I'm like, what am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing.
And something that was interesting, this was actually a Golden Age event, but because we had new players, a lot of them don't have older stuff, so we didn't have any of the usual Golden Age things you'd expect. There was no Professor X. There was no Bard. I didn't even ban Bard. There was no Hulk. No, it just was none of the typical things. Hi, Melissa.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Alex.
I do remember purposely sticking my head under there.
Yeah, so, Melissa here, she asked me ahead of time, well, can I go just with my modern team? And I thought, oh, yeah, everyone's going to be bringing probably some, that's the cue to start. We have now started. But I told Melissa ahead of time, it's like, oh, yeah, go ahead and bring your modern team. That'll probably be enough of a handicap with everyone playing, the Golden Age stuff. And we'll see how that turns out for her. But yeah, first roll, because you got a sidekick, a bolt, and a shield. Obviously, that is not ideal for you unless you want to field the sidekick and buy 2 momentums. And a question mark.
No,
so yeah,
I'm gonna buy. I don't remember what I did, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a multiple man. Yeah, that's what I did.
That seems to be about the ideal first turn for you there. Maybe if your opponent had a Rip Hunter's chalkboard, maybe Rip Hunter using Rip and putting multiple man in your prep might be a little bit better, but that seems like a pretty strong first turn for you. What did Alex?
What did he do?
Yeah.
I was playing him.
He fielded the sidekick at least. Yeah, another multiple man. And 2 sidekicks. Yeah, that's nice because fielding those sidekicks gets them out of your bag. So, easier to draw those multiple men.
I'm still thrown off at what he bought. He obviously did something right, or I would have said something.
It's probably blending in with the mat there. We looked away for a second. I see it now. He bought a monk.
It's blue. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I know he had to do something right. I would have said something.
Though he is a new player, so I think he in that first turn he did do things a little out of order. But I mean, we'll get him there.
He's still fine. I know he's doing it right.
Right. He was generally fine. He wasn't like cheating or anything. Just I think he bought Monk and then re-rolled. Going straight for the Medusa. And that's the common Medusa, which can block up to 2 characters and has Deadly. And only the 4 cost. And one thing I told Alex for this team, he's using the Monk that gets the bonus from using Indigo 1. I strongly recommended having Indigo 1 in this team, but I guess it just didn't... he didn't have it, and he had the team built the way he already wanted, so yep, no Indigo 1 here. And then going for double Miris. Not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't really see a lot of threats, and that's why I went right for Medusa at the beginning, as opposed to buying anything to defend myself, even though there I bought a Ronin, so then I was doing that to defend myself.
Right, and I guess looking at his team, there's not really anything that's going to target anything of yours, so there's really no reason to get that Raven there for.
No, I wasn't worried about it.
So he gets a Monk.
I wasn't anticipating him getting a large build-up either, so I didn't go for the Cuckoos. I don't go for them until later in a game.
Oh, we got Medusa already. And then another multiple man? Yes, another multiple man.
I fix my dice a lot, so my hands be covering my dice half the time. I'm OCD.
Well, it's just funny seeing your used piles all neat and pretty and lined up, and Alex's is just sort of everything spewed all over the place.
There I go again. I'm fixing my dice. I'm OCD. I think I even made the comment we were playing. I was like, I keep putting my hands over the dice.
Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to tell what level that Bleeze is on. I guess paid 1, so it's probably on level 1 or 2.
Just playing, you can't tell. It's one of those transparent dice.
Yeah.
I think at one point I'll end up picking it up and be like, wait, I can't read it. But again, Bleeze was somebody that didn't it didn't worry me or bother me. Swarm Trigger.
Swarm Trigger. My favorite, the 2 favorite words in Dice Masters. Swarm Trigger.
For me watching this, I feel like you got it in, you have this sped up, but I'm realizing apparently we just move our hands that fast, I guess. Apparently that's my thinking hand.
Yeah, you got a good number of masks. You don't want to reroll those multiple men because you want to keep them cycling through your bag to get the extra swarm triggers. So
No, I only want 1. I always want them for masks after that.
So you go for the Black Bolt, and yeah, the nasty thing here. This is the rare Black Bolt with when he's fielded, target a character and it gets +2 defense, and if it has Deadly, all characters must block it. So obviously that pairs with the Medusa there. So it's basically a win condition there. You're ready to go for the throat early. Of course, the one caveat there is you have to, if you want to do it all in one fell swoop, you got to have lethal. Or you just keep on sending Black Bolt through, who, you clear your opponent's board and Black Bolt does 5 damage on his level 2 and 3 face. That's not too bad. Alex goes for St. Walker. I also suggested using the common St. Walker here, since he did have I think it was the common requires a Green Lantern. Since he had Jade, he could have the 2-cost St. Walker and the 3-cost Jade and just keep on throwing St. Walker at your opponent. But it's another one where I just don't think he had it.
Swarm triggers.
2 swarm triggers. Yeah, the one downside with multiple man there is his fielding costs on what the level 3 faces 2, and then it's 1 on the other 2 faces, and because that level 3 face hits hard, so you can get the 4/4s out there.
Yeah, I had a 2 and a 1 I spent.
So yeah, at least one of those is the 4/4.
Like, I'm probably gonna attack, and I did. Get them out of there.
Yep, attack with those multiple man. Try to get them cycling back into the bag so you can get those swarm triggers. Because yeah, that you have all of your multiple men are currently on the field.
Yo, there I am. Can't read it. Boy, you can't see that blue dye on there. I didn't even realize he was blocking with Monk as well.
But apparently that wasn't enough to knock out both of your guys, so you don't get the swarm trigger, but you're rolling them anyway, so it's essentially the same thing. 3 Miris. But he has nothing in his used pile to move in, so you just... Yeah, see, there he goes again. A little out of order. He fields, then re-rolls. He needs to do both re-rolls before fielding anything. But
he's not really hurting. I mean,
Yeah.
he'd only hurt himself, actually.
Right.
But he's not really hurting anything.
And I also think,
That's my bad as well. I probably should have said something, but...
he's new. He'll get it. But yeah, here with Miriam, I think he really should have been attacking with her because you want her cycling through your... Sort of like Muscle Man. You want her to keep on cycling. You want to be fielding her as much as possible so you could potentially be bringing things in from your used pile. And yeah, currently he's got 3 different lantern colors.
I see what I'm setting up. I'm probably going to field... There goes Multiple Man. I think I remember he was at level 3. Here comes Black Bolt onto Medusa.
Medusa? Why won't you target a sidekick? Yeah.
And then I'm going to come through with Black Bolt and Multiple Man. And yeah, actually, we'll wait. So I'm probably about to do 9 damage.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And you're going to clear his board.
Yep. They're...
He's got and once again, he's got a Superwoman or Supergirl that is not the Supergirl I would have used. I would have used the one that has Overcrush. Because, yeah, he's going to be rolling all these dice and very likely would have enough to buy that Supergirl. I don't remember what the one he has does, though. I just remember not being too impressed by it. And she's a big body, hits hard, but her ability was just a little underwhelming. The Overcrush one, though, I think is a lot better. Oh, he missed a die. He's going to get a free character fielded there.
Actually, I remember thinking he might have done that, but again, I let it slide.
But once again here, Alex should have bought first, then fielded the Miriams, and he would have been able to field... bring that flash in, or he also bought a fatality. Well, fatality he wants to field, not bring in, but he would have been able to bring in the flash at least. Oh, actually, I think I believe I walked over during this and tried to coach him on exactly how he was supposed to play that, and
yeah, we fixed him.
Yeah, he is going to bring in the flash. He's learning, and we're taking it easy on him here. So making sure that he knows, you could have bought that first, then fielded the Miri, and then brought in the Jade or the fatality or the flash.
On level 1.
On level 1. But yeah, he could actually, and we're going to correct him here, he brought in the jade, but he actually spent the jade to buy stuff. So if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
I did fix him here, that he was not able to bring in the jade because she's out of play because she was spent, and instead he can bring in the flash
At level 1.
at level 1. But bringing in through Miriam does not trigger any wind fielding effects. So Fatality has a wind fielding ability. That's the fatality that does damage to a character. So yeah, obviously she doesn't get the ability to do that when she's just brought in via Miriam. Swarm trigger. So obviously you don't like to see Medusa on energy. Oh, and there she is. Popping up again. I have a sneaking suspicion the next time Black Bolt gets fielded, the game's over. Yeah, you're getting quite the wall of characters there.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to do anything. I'll save those multiple men to attack later. Yep, there I am checking my bag. Where's that Black Bolt? It's in there. Let's have a swig of pop.
And Alex goes digging for his next 4 characters. Next 4 dice, I should say. So you got that St. Walker and 3 sidekicks. And that St. Walker is invisible on the on the blue playmat. But it's there, trust me.
That's kind of sad. He has quite the armada set up there, and
Yeah, he's got
gonna come crashing down.
he's got a good good build-up of characters. And, I mean, if he had the Muri stuff going, he could very easily be...
Oh, that was, I let his character through, redirected it to Ronin,
yeah.
so then it could just go to the use pile as opposed to prep.
Yep, he learns the hard way
Yeah,
that
so-
Ronin is one hell of a defensive piece. Swarm trigger.
I was good at pointing with those swarm triggers. I'm assuming that's Black Bolt right there.
Yep. See, and you've got... You easily have enough there to finish it.
This is probably me counting. I'm really bad with math, so I triple check myself.
And there are no globals on the board for him to prevent you from doing any damage. He doesn't have Mara. He doesn't have Blink Transmutation or Distraction. So, yep, coming through and a lot of damage. Everything has to block Medusa.
Watch me probably count this on my fingers. 1, 2, 3. What am I saying?
The sidekicks alone and probably Ronin and Black Bolt are enough to finish it. So, and there we go. Game 1 complete. Victory, Melissa. We're working with you, Alex. We'll get you good. You'll take her down next time.